Do you want to do intro?
Yes. Okay. That's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah. So did people watch the first one then? Is that what we're saying?
I would go along the lines of just welcome back to episode 2 of
that was part of my intro. So we're back with episode 2. We're here. We've done another one, and we've got I think it's a brilliant guest. Some people may know him, some people not, and this is people's chance to get to know Tel Talks. So we'll get Tel in.
Do you know? Before we bring him in, this is where I'm a chatty bastard. I struggle for some reason to say Tel Talks without having to really think about it.
Yeah, I know. I think a few people do. I think a few people, because it is Tel Talks. It has got that.
Yeah, it's just the way it runs. I actually recorded a video, which will come out in the next week or so, and I mentioned him, and I stumbled through his name like 4 times, and I just kept it in the video because I thought, well, I wonder if anyone else does the same.
You must. This guy is obviously. This is where the problem is with your editing, because we're chatting again. I mumble all the time in my videos. I'll sometimes say something and I won't know the word, and I'll just go, yeah, and oh no, oh mate, what do you think? And it's just like,
how's things?
Yeah, not bad. Had a crushed parcel this morning.
Oh,
so I've not opened that yet.
So you're all set up for a Friday then, right?
Yeah. So
what was it? Popping about?
I'll be all right. No, a new one, Just Geek. I've not tried it before.
Oh, okay,
JustGeek.com. But I'm into the X-Men pops, and they're $7.99 each.
Oh,
so
which ones? This is where we go off on a crazy tangent before we even start. Wait, let me open this website. What are you calling it? Just Geek?
JustGeek.com. But it did come damaged. I'm not sure if they're any good yet. Wolverine, Magneto, and Xavier.
Sorry, Lee. You're thinking, God, he's doing it again. No wonder I'm moaning about having to edit huge videos.
This is why I let you do it. This is why he does the editing, Tel, because he just does this. It goes off. It's like 90 minutes last time of just waffling shite, and you just get on with it.
No, this has made my day, Tel. Well done.
Is it there?
Yes, complete. You're better than Scarlett already. That's fantastic. I think I need that Wolverine, so I'm going to leave that over on my other screen for when we finish. Okay, now I'm also going to do my best not to talk overly this time because I'm bad for it.
You won't do that. You know that. You'll definitely talk.
I'm going to be really quiet this time, and it's Lee's show this week, okay? Especially because you guys can geek out about The Office.
Yeah, we've got to keep The Office bashing to a minimum from you, mate.
I wasn't going to do it.
No. I was kind of hoping that you would talk about The Office so that I can just weigh in about how I hate it, and then I get that 2 episodes. Then I get that 2 episodes in a row. And that's great, right?
I kind of like it. I kind of like that people don't like it. So it's like we get a better chance of getting the pops. I mean, Lee's the only one that I know who likes the Office pops.
So, on that note, you get the repeat viewers coming, like me and Wayne, coming to say I don't like The Office.
Yeah,
you're guaranteed views from us alone just to come and tell you that we don't like it.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the show, Tel. Thank you for joining us for episode 2. For anyone that doesn't know anything about you, want to shed a little bit of light on who you are, what you do?
Oh, well, I am Tel. I got a YouTube channel called Tel Talks. It was originally going to be just a Walking Dead channel. I was going to review every Walking Dead episode, and had about 30 Walking Dead pops just to show off. And then I think at the time of me recording that episode, The Mandalorian just started coming into light. And they had their first child pop on Amazon, and then I'm about 250 pops deep with a bit of everything now. So yeah.
So was it the child that kind of baited you in there from that? So like when you saw it on Amazon, or?
Yeah, a little bit. It's almost like it's a bit of bragging rights, isn't it? When you get pop before everyone else and you put the video out. But yeah, once that one come out, and I felt the Mandalorian pops were quite easy to get like at the beginning. Yeah. So now season 2's out. It's a bit more difficult, but season 1 I managed to get almost all of them. I've got about 90% of the season 1 Mandalorian pops.
I'm jealous. Do you know, I've hit that wall of there's like 3 that I've kind of got a price point that I'll go to for
me too.
Like a standard kind of pop, and they're just above that. And I keep thinking to myself, should I do it? And I'm like, no, I'll wait. But the longer I wait, because as you say, with season 2 and the new line of pops coming out, it's going to just be harder to get some of the older ones.
Yeah, you have to start early. I think that's what I've done with Mandalorian. You've got to start early.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that with so many pops, though. It's like the pops now that I was a casual collector like a few years ago, and so if some of them pops now, it's like 60, 70 pounds, and it's like it's mental. You can't spend that kind of money on little.
You touched on that with the last show with the Captain America one, right? That now is super desirable, and it's worth a fortune. But if I remember right, did you say you got for like 12 quid or something at the time?
Yeah, $12.99 from Forbidden Planet. It was just a kind of like some of the Star Wars ones. I know, Tel, you're massive Star Wars. The Smuggler's Bounties ones, like Ben Kenobi, R2 on the Scout. I got them all $12.99 because I was collecting way back. So I mean, from talking to Ali, how tight I am. I won't spend £25 like the most I'll spend on a pop. So I'd be screwed now if the stuff I love getting some of the pops with the way things have gone.
I've hit that issue as well. That the older as I get into like random shows and films and stuff, I'm like, oh, I need the pops. And then you look and you're like, oh, I'm like 6 months too late to the table.
Too late,
yeah. Or it's like a Comic-Con exclusive that you'll never see. So I've recently really got into My Hero Academia an anime, and there's 3 characters that they're all about 80 or 90 quid plus now. And in my head, that's just not obtainable now for me. And don't get me wrong, I know that there's the argument of the vaulted pop should it come back and all this kind of stuff that's being floated just now. Part of me is like, no, don't do it. But then I'm like, well, I do want that 90 quid pop, and I would rather pay 12 quid for it or 18 quid than 90. So yeah, part of me wishes I could just have a disposable income and bulk buy everything as it gets released.
It'd take the joy out of it, though, wouldn't it? There's got to be that certain, like the joy of getting the pop at the decent price, and like that Dwight dressed as Pam that I managed to get off Wayne Deacon. That was like, I beat you to the punch on that one, Tel, but there was no way I was getting that pop any other way for a decent price apart from doing that trade with Wayne Deacon.
It's quite inexpensive or just a rare pop to come across? Or
I think it's just I don't know if you find it, Tel, but the office ones over here, the commons have started to trickle over, but the rest of that you've got to really be buying.
It's very slow. Yeah, I pre-ordered on Pop in the Box about last July, and I've still not got. I pre-ordered 9. I've got 8 out of 9. I'm still waiting on Michael Scott. So they come in very gradually, very gradually. But I saw you.
Pam came in start of January, and that was the exact. I'd imagine you were the exact same as me because it was they just announced them, didn't they? And I went straight on and ordered the ones I want, and it's literally. I think I only ordered 3 in the end, and Pam was the last one that turned up. Literally a few weeks ago.
That's the thing with Funko, the market. You don't know what's going to be rare. You don't know what's going to sell out. Like the Pam Beasley one, I didn't expect it to sell out on the Funko shop. And it just went, and then the value goes up straight away, and then it's the Grail and all these mystery boxes. So you've got.
Do you buy a lot of stuff in from America then, or do you just wait for it to hit pop culture and places like that?
I've done pop culture. I've done Big Bad Toy Store. I've got I had about 8 Hercules pops come at the time, but I've never been hit with customs. Only once. Pop culture, I've got away with it twice. So I've not.
Pop culture's changed massively now, isn't it? You can go up to like 130 quid now, and not get charged customs now from pop.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Because we did a bulk buy between me, Scarlett, and you familiar with Poptimus UK? He's mainly on Instagram, but he's got.
I've heard of him. I've heard his name.
We did a 3-way thing where we all spent 25 quid, so it's like 75 quid plus postage, and we were fine. So I think that's the future, is getting people ordering in bulk together, get the postage down, and then someone sends it out to everyone. I really think.
Yeah, I think that's what these small mystery box companies are doing as well. They're buying from America and then using it as a Grail.
I did my first international purchase 2 weeks ago from the States, from Galactic Toys, and it came within a week.
That's pretty good.
Like I'm in the north of Scotland. That's a normal postage for me. Like I know, obviously, I've not unboxed the box you sent me yet, Tel, but like that probably took like 5 days, and I'm like, I can get it from the States in 7. Like that makes no sense. But it was one pop, so there was no duty or anything like that on it. On the pop culture thing, I did see a few people floating on one of the Facebook groups that they reckoned you could actually push it to 150 these days before that kind of customs charge kicks in. I don't know if I'd like to gamble it though.
I don't think my wife would want me spending £150 on pops either. I think that'd be a big no-no, to be honest with you.
No, but if you're bulk buying, you could go 50 quid each then, right?
Yeah, I don't think my missus would want me spending 50 quid on pops either, to be honest. She'd kill me.
Just tell us for all that fancy work clothes that you wear, right?
Yeah. What made you think pops? That's the way I want to go.
Well, I don't know if it was the same for you two, but I didn't get into pops like because of me. My first pop was a gift.
Yeah,
And then same for
There
you. Yeah, so it was almost like every time I was in HMV, that was the only place I really saw them. I never really went into shops like Forbidden Planet before. But yeah, so I always just walked past them. And I got 3 Walking Dead pops to start with. And yeah,
which three? Who, like, you don't need to show us, but do you remember which characters?
I've got one here. Shall I show you my first pop?
Yeah.
So the first one was the Rick Grimes.
Oh, nice.
I think this is my favorite Rick Grimes as well. The lighting's not great.
Yeah, it's like it's not the early one, right? The early one I don't think really looks like him.
He's the sheriff. It's the sheriff outfit. But yeah, this is him in his prime, really, isn't it? With the jacket on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got the Rick Grimes. I've got a Daryl, and I've got a Morgan. I think it was just before season 7, so before Negan.
Yeah. So I suppose from a Walking Dead perspective, even quite late to the table.
I was exactly. I was very late. So all the walkers and stuff, they're sky high now.
Yeah.
So, some of the walkers, I want to say, is the one Bicycle Girl, which looks really cool. There's also the bloated one from The Well, right?
Yeah, Werewalker. Yeah.
Is that series 2? Series 3?
Yeah, at the barn. Yeah.
I don't remember what series it is. But yeah, some of those walkers, they're also so expensive now.
Yeah. Same with Mel Dixon. And then the one I wanted the most is Alpha Unmasked. Do you know what that is?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But that's the one I want the most, but silly prices. And that's in the supply drop. But
okay.
Was that in the supply drops before you started buying them?
That's what made me buy the supply drop. But I missed out because once they're all shipped out, you can't go back to that subscription and buy it. So
once the box is gone, it's gone. Compared to
can't go back.
Like Smuggler's Bounty, where you'll find them appearing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. They did it with the Collector Core one when they shut down. They changed from Collector Core being like an independent thing you could just order yourself, and when they shut that down and moved it to Amazon, they actually did like a previous box sale, and you could go in and you could buy literally everything, even like there's a group where he's holding the cassette tape. And I was really tight and thought, no, I'm not going to bother with any of that. And I just think now that's a really cool pop, and I could have got it. I think it was $25 or something stupid like that plus the post, and I just didn't bother. And you kind of think, well, maybe when The Walking Dead comes to an end, maybe they'll do it. You never know, they might do it like a back box thing where you get the chance to go in, order stuff, and they probably won't. But it's just I was surprised when Collector Core did it, but you never know.
Have you two got any Walking Dead pops?
I think I've got one sitting around here. So I've got 5. As a matter of fact, I've got Daryl sitting under a stack, as always for me. I've got a Daryl sitting here.
I've not even got that one.
Yeah, the crossbow one. I've got him with a rocket launcher somewhere from when they first meet the Saviors. But my favorite one, oh God, I should have had it. I'm sorry, I don't have it. It's Herschel on crutches, missing his foot.
Yeah, I've not got Herschel.
But I've got the Herschel on crutches. I don't know what it was. I just loved him as a character. So I had to get him. And actually that Daryl that I just showed you there, it was like a 2-pack that someone was selling, and I thought, well, I don't really want that Daryl, but I'll take it to get the Herschel.
Yeah. So I haven't got any I love The Walking Dead. I have since day dot, but I haven't got any horror pops or anything like that, because the way my room's set up, and I've obviously got kids, this is my side of the room here, but the other side behind the camera is a lot of this. So I don't have like horror pops, and I'm really into it. I mean, I say that I've got the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, which is kind of hidden amongst, and I don't think they've ever looked, but I have to kind of keep it to more tamer kind of stuff.
You don't terrify your kids based on your collection.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
You want to jump on to any new pickups you want to showcase? Obviously, don't want to ruin any content for your channel, but if you've got anything that you want to show,
So I did a Funko Pop hunt the other day. So I've got a video coming out. I feel really awkward recording in stores. I don't know about you guys.
I found that in The Entertainer. There's a sign actually when you come in the door, and it's like, if you want to record footage, please ask at the till before you do it. Obviously, I appreciate it's probably because there's young kids floating around the store. But yeah, I find that awkward. Yeah.
So I've recorded the footage and then I've mic'd over it and just commentated over it. So I'm going to tell you these. You're probably going to go straight onto these websites. So the first 2 was a click and collect from Smith's. So Rogue from X-Men, cartoon one.
Nice.
That was only £3. So a bit of a steal. Yeah. We've got a Gambit from X-Men.
That was
£5.
There's a glow in the dark variant of that one as well, right?
Yeah, I think it used to be in Tesco, but I missed the boat on that as well. I know you spoke about this on the last episode, but my favorite Marvel character is Wolverine, so I got the zombie Wolverine, but I'm not into the line. I'm not into the zombie line either.
Don't get him on it. So get someone else. But these zombies, Tal. Come on, man.
It's the only one, only for Wolverine.
The thing is, do you know what's interesting? Sorry to butt into it. I kind of thought you might like the zombie line just based off The Walking Dead. I thought there was a connection there, but obviously not, just a Wolverine side of things.
I collect Funko for my love of film and TV. So if the pop's not from a film or TV, I wouldn't get it. So I do like the new glow in the dark Obi-Wan Kenobi pop. Yeah, but it doesn't actually make sense because he's holding a lightsaber.
Don't get Lee started on film accurate references and stuff like that.
I actually sold my the Tony Stark 2-pack. I sold them the other day, only at the price I paid for it, because I wanted to have it as an inbox pop, because the kind of the helmet to Tony bit, it's on the card in the back that makes it look quite cool. But then Morgan wasn't in that scene, and I couldn't get it out of my head that
that's
it wasn't accurate. Yeah. If there were two separate pops, I'd have been more than happy to have them. But I'm really weird with stuff like that. Honestly, if it's not accurate, I kind of.
I quite like the Morgan.
You're mad.
I just don't. Yeah, I think I've ranted enough probably about that 2-pack in general. But I just think it was total emotional blackmail by Funko. It would be like, hey, you're all hurting. Look at this.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wow, I have to have it. Even before it came out, people were talking about being the pop of the year. And I'm like, settle down. It's a cardboard box with, as Lee would like to point out, something that's not happened.
Yeah, I've got one more pickup, which is probably my favorite pop at the moment. It's quite a random one, but it's actually Mystique from X-Men.
Oh,
so
okay.
I do like the yellow Funko eyes on it one. But I've just got this. I've got the metallic version on the way from Blind Boxes. And that's a Target exclusive. So and that was only £18.
I'm loving the X-Men. I actually recently picked up. What was it for from you, Lee?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to complete the kind of 20th anniversary line at the moment. I think I'm down to just the collector core ones left. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Do you want a tip on that one? I've ordered that.
Where?
Amazon.com.
Really? Oh, 16. Yeah. The American sites and importing it. Yeah, I was having a look at that. I was speaking to, God, can't remember, someone on Instagram, and they were able to order them in for a slightly cheaper price than Amazon. But again, I'm not sure. I'm trying not to spend as much money.
Yeah.
At least.
I have told you the pops are there, but when you're ready, you've got first review. I have actually got them. I told you can have them, no problem. I've got no issue doing that one.
Have you?
So what you picked up, Ali? You picked up anything this week?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I do. Funny you should say that because it came from you.
Oh, right, you showing that.
Now, on that kind of note about you were saying like late to the party and show it off, that kind of prestige, you're showing it off on your channel. I kind of feel like everyone and his dog bought Loki and is going to show Loki. However, I don't think I've watched a single unboxing of it.
Scarlet, I think that's it. I think
Scarlet,
yeah. Oh, that was nightmare fuel, right? Her kids stretching the spring on the head, and she sent me lots of messages kind of taunting me purely because it's out of box, but the way it was handled. Oh, I was dying inside. Other than say Scarlet's one, I kind of assumed that I would see like 50 people within the space of like 2 or 3 days being like, bam, here's Loki. So I'd kind of told myself I'm not going to do a video on it, and now I feel like I've missed out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, that little spinner thing at the end of mine, that was, that thing I've started doing. But for the same, I've been thinking the same kind of, sometimes I'm opening pops and it's like, well, people have seen this pop. There's no real kind of, I mean, it's like touching on, going off on tangents. It's trying to find something different, something niche, like what the video you put out yesterday, Tel, it's something, no one's kind of done that. So it's kind of, it's finding a different way of doing things and keeping it fresh and not just, I mean, the worst thing for me is, I don't know if you guys, Z-Box and Demise boxes, nice boxes, but I get about 15 different people putting up videos of the same box. And it's like,
I tend to watch.
I want to support my friends and my channels, but I can't watch that many videos of the same thing over and over. It's
unless it's a mystery box, because obviously you will get different pops.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
It's funny you say that though, because I found your channel originally through looking up supply drops.
It's just me.
Yeah. So Lee doesn't buy them, but that's how I found your channel. I was looking up what I was wanting to know what was in them, I don't obviously found your kind of video on YouTube. But as a result, I never bothered watching anyone else's purely because I know the content. If that makes sense. Well, I tell a lie, actually.
That's why you do it, yeah.
One other person. And I think it was because she had her video out before yours. Don't be offended. And I was desperate to know what pop was in it. And it was a terrible one. I think it was a black and white. It was the
Negan
beta box. And it was
Negan, eh?
No. God, what's he called with the cool mullet? Makes the bullets.
Eugene.
Eugene. Was that not the one that was in the beta box? And everyone thought oh, he's sitting with it. He's got it.
So I've got loads of like supply drop pops. Why I've like should I go into it now? Should we go into it?
Let Lee show his because
you see, I picked up one because of this got broken. So that's my Thor and Thanos.
How did it get broken?
You've met May, yeah? May knocked it off the shelf, and she was to be fair, she was mortified. But then Jess and Peyton, another channel, sold me it for that. That was only £10 plus post. So I think they knew that I was desperate for this one, so they did it at a really good price. So that's my big pickup in the last couple of weeks, which is an old pop.
Fix the other one.
Again?
You couldn't fix the other one.
I tried. If you look at the base, it's got, I don't know, there.
Oh, okay.
That's glue. That's not where I got overexcited when I first picked it up. It's just because it's such a thin end to that. I mean, I've never got rid of it because at some point there might be someone who wants it as a custom piece or something. I mean, if they're watching it now and they want this, they can just tell me and pay the postage and they can have it. But that's a really cool 4 pose. That's the sad thing. So someone might be able to do something with that somewhere. But so that's my pickup for this week.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
So I can obviously see behind you, Tel, tons of boxes. Oh, warms my fuzzy little heart. Am I right in saying that pretty much everything's in box?
Yeah, apart from that plus sizes, yeah, regular size, yeah.
So you're busting out the big boys.
So I've just bought 200 pop protectors from Pop Figures. It was painful. It was very painful to do, but
they all arrive flat pack as well, right? And you've got to
it come in a massive box, and the postman had to carry it up the stairs. It was really heavy. I was surprised how heavy they were. But I'm trying to build like a Funko wall behind me as a background, trying to change it up a bit. But I'm in box only because I feel like I do care about the packaging and the logo. Does it relate to the actual film or TV show? You do get some, like the new Harry Potter ones, it's a white pop. It don't feel very Harry Pottery to me.
That's the Wizarding World ones, right?
Wizarding, yeah. Well, I prefer like the blue box with the yellow Harry Potter font. So I do take the packaging into consideration. So that makes sense.
Here's a question on that then. How annoyed are you? Because it really winds me up that they've changed the office packaging.
Yeah, about that as well. Mind behind the camera.
I can get some now.
What's actually changed? Is it a colour? Is it
it's massive.
Yeah, big change.
That is the original boxes. And that is the new boxes. So it's completely different. I mean, I do like this. This is like the office sign. So that's cool. But when you're displaying them, it doesn't flow.
Do me a favour. Turn them sideways, like so we get the art card side. Are they all like the new one? Like with is that blinds?
Yeah.
Oh, that would really annoy me actually, because I quite like, so aside from me, obviously Tel was just showing his X-Men. I've got all my boxes bar a couple like turned round, so they're kind of side on, and it's purely just where I sit here. I don't want light coming in the window at the sides with me onto the side of those ones, and I quite like that it's symmetrical, like it's the same as it goes along. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's the OCD in me that really likes that aspect.
But I'm the same with the Star Wars ones because I'm an out of boxer. The original Star Wars ones came off the bases, and now they're all glued to the bases, and that's because I've got obviously all my Star Wars up here. But if I put all the bases back on them all, because I've got them all, I've still got all the boxes. They won't fit. They take up too much room. So it's kind of it's frustrating.
I absolutely detest the bases, if I'm honest.
Detest them.
Yeah, I hate that black Star Wars base.
Have you got the Luke Skywalker with Yoda on his back?
Yeah, I was thinking
That's got a different base, isn't it?
Yeah, that's got a.
That's a nice.
Have you
base.
never seen that one, Ali? No.
No, I know the pop, but I've not seen the base.
Yeah, it's got a Dagobah base instead of the black standard base.
And is it textured?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
That's what I wish.
Looks like the
Compared to
planet.
that black flat sheen. Oh
It's
yeah,
much
that
better, isn't
base is awesome.
Yeah,
it works really well.
And to me, that's a reason for having a base.
Yeah, I mean, they put Star, I consider Star Wars in there.
Licensing kind of issues and then wanting to have control over their brand being on display and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the black base upsets me probably more than it should.
Yeah,
it's the little things though, right?
Yeah.
I've already mentioned, Tel, I found your channel from the Walking Dead supply drops. However, I did see on Instagram that you had a wee bit of a, I'm going to say a rant. I don't know if it was intended to be a rant.
Yeah, it was over the top. It's definitely over the top.
I don't know. I quite like it. It was passionate. So am I right in saying that your love affair of collecting the supply drops is done?
I think so. I think Walking Dead was together with the Pops because they haven't released the Pop in about 2 years now, 2-3 years. And there's been about 2-3 seasons. I know we have had the pandemic and stuff, but there's been no talk at all of new Pops coming. The last Pop, was it a couple? Not sure if it was the last one, but I think everyone was expecting a beta Funko Pop.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And it didn't happen. I couldn't believe it. Like, I've got all the Pops to show you, but
especially with that box being themed.
Yeah, that box especially. I watched that box again yesterday. I think Ads Pops opened it again, and I was watching it. I saw this on Tel's channel, and I knew what Pop was coming in. It makes no sense that isn't a beta, but it should be. It's every part of that box says it's going to be that, and then you get that awful Eugene blood splatter craze.
Yeah. So that was the original Eugene.
Yeah.
And then that's the supply drop. I mean, you can't even tell the difference on camera.
No, it's lazy.
It's so bad that literally let's ping some red paint on it and we'll call it a Pop.
They've done this like 4 times. So they've got the dog and then the flocked dog.
You see, I can get behind the flocked. I feel like that's enough of a difference. But
I disagree for the box that it is. I think those boxes it should be original, something brand new, original. It always was with Collectible, it always is with Smuggler's Bounty.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be a rehash of something you've already. It should be something exclusive to that box that you want that character, and that's the only.
The Alpha was brilliant. That's what I was talking about. And then the other one I got was the Daryl, and just a blood Daryl.
Let's ping some more red paint.
And that's what I'm paying for, the Pop mainly. I don't really collect the vinyl and the key rings and all that stuff. Like I just put it in boxes to send to people when they buy stuff off me. I never really keep any of it. So when the Pop's not great, you kind of I give it a good 4 or 5 months, but just felt like, and the latest one was the next one's a chrome. So
it's a chrome Rick, isn't it?
You're going down that route, you're screwed.
The boxes are dead from that point because you know that next you'll probably get a Carl. They'll just or a Negan probably.
They'll go through it, won't they?
Which is a real shame because obviously if you do compare it to any of the Star Wars ones or the Marvel ones, some of the extras were also pretty cool.
Yeah,
like I've got 2 of the Smuggler's Bounty ones, and like I really like the little kind of knickknacks. I actually like the T-shirt that I got with it and stuff like that as well. But the supply drops, if I was going to buy one, and say the reason that I found your channel was I was looking up trying to figure out should I commit to it, because obviously you've got to buy it. It's got to come from the States and all that side of things, directly from AMC, if I remember rightly. And I wanted, it was the Shiva from it, and that was what kind of first of all made me start looking it up. And then I'm like, do I actually want the other stuff? Similar to Lee, I've got young kids. If I get a fancy looking nice cardboard box, my kids are going to want it. They're going to trash it. They're going to lose half of the random bits and bobs, which is really why I'm out here compared to in the house with half of the stuff. But it kind of worries me, that side of things, that you spend a lot and you don't know what you're getting. It's mystery box, but maybe not the kind of mystery box that I can get on board with.
100%.
So putting you on the record, are you done?
It's done. Yeah, Walking Dead.
We are not going to see another supply drop on your channel.
I don't think we'll see another Walking Dead Pop on my channel.
We can unsubscribe, Lee. We're done. We can move on. It's like
He's still the Star Wars in the Office, so I'm staying put.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the Office. I've deleted that segment from this video.
So what was your first ever Pop? You had the 3 Walking Dead ones. What?
Yeah, the Rick Grimes in the jacket. Morgan when he had the, it's not a stick. I can't remember the word for it.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
And just a Daryl. I've got about 6 Daryls. I can't remember what one it was.
There's a lot of
A biker Daryl, I think, with the leather jacket.
Oh, okay. I think I actually know what you mean, because I nearly bought a Daryl once. You know, the one where he's in the prison outfit with the A on his front?
Yeah, I got that, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one. I thought that was really cool. That looked really like Daryl as well, so that was a good one.
It's also from like a part of the series that's super memorable.
Yeah.
Actually, even just you mentioning it, I get that. Do you remember the track that they play when they're kind of using audio?
Easy Street.
So I've got Easy Street stuck in my head, and it's funny. Me and my wife, she'd never watched The Walking Dead, and she was like, "Oh, do you fancy sticking this on?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I've seen it, but I'll watch it again." And it's funny because every so often one of us will just kind of start humming that track, and we must have watched that episode 5 months ago. But as soon as I see that pop, I just get it stuck in my head, and it's such a, to me, that's such a good pop, purely because it has that trigger of this is a part of the show that for whatever reason will stick with you.
What about the spin-offs? Have you guys done any of them?
I started Fear the Walking Dead, watched a season and a half of it, but I found I couldn't warm to any of the characters.
100%, yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm just watching this because I'm clutching to The Walking Dead, and I'm like, it's filling a gap, because if I remember rightly, it aired obviously off season, something along those lines anyway, and it filled that void. Also tried, what was the newer one that was on Amazon?
Well Beyond.
Yeah, I watched 3 episodes of it, and then I don't know if you've watched it, but I watched 3 episodes, and then I kind of felt like I was watching teen drama version of The Walking Dead. I don't know. Did you watch any?
I saw the first 2, and I don't think they killed one walker. I was like, what's happening? What is happening? Yeah,
they like push them, and here's a stick to kind of bump it out the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was meant to happen. And then Fear the Walking Dead, after I think season 3, they almost like rebooted it. Like,
okay.
I won't spoil it, but yeah, a load of new cast members come, and it was much more likable. There was like almost like a Han Solo type of cowboy coming.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Why wasn't that there from the start? Because that would have totally
and it was so much better.
The vibe of the show.
Yeah. See, I'll ask maybe 3 or 4. There was a lad in the first series. Was he like a drug addict or something like that? I didn't like him at all. I just found him really annoying. Yeah. And I think because there's so much, we've touched on this before, Ali, but there's so much good stuff out there. It don't grab you after 3 or 4 episodes, and it's like an hour an episode. I just knock it on the head, to be honest with you. I'm quite bad for stuff like that.
Yeah, I would totally agree. There's that overload of content, and if the show's not drawing you in, what's the point? I normally give, by default, like American shows, 3 episodes. If 3 episodes hasn't sold it, and you could argue that's 3 hours. In some cases, it's an hour and a half. But if it's not done it in 3 hours, and there's only 10 episodes, I'm done. And again, not to repeat stuff I've spoken about an awful lot, but that's how I felt with The Office, is that I tried it. Lee got on my case, so I tried it again. Not for me.
What did you get up to?
3 episodes at a push, if that, as a matter of fact. And I don't know.
I think if diversity didn't hook you.
I think it's Steve Carell that doesn't do it for me. I think in my head he still is Brick from Anchorman, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. Him in a suit, I can't have him doing other comedy because he should be shouting about how he loves lamps and stuff like that. It just doesn't. I don't know. He's too ingrained in Anchorman for me to have him in another show.
So I'm completely opposite. I don't like Anchorman. I know him as 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay,
the other side of him.
Yeah, another film that I enjoyed. And there's Pops come out for that, right?
There is, there is. No, really lazy chase one, isn't there? Where
it's
different coloured shirts or something like stupid like that.
Lazy Funko again, though, right?
Yeah.
So moving on, what's your favourite Funko Pop at the moment, Tel? Have you got anything that you've not showed us that you're putting top of the chart now?
It was going to be Mystique for now, but I can't get it out. But maybe you could put it on the screen or something. It's in there at the bottom. But when I was doing the protectors, putting them all on, I really like Caesar from War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never seen that pop. It's a shame you don't have it.
it's right. Hang on, let's try it.
Oh no, don't! I don't want your wall to fall down behind us. Honestly, it's totally fine. We'll get a picture for it.
I feel like trilogy-wise, I think that's one of the best trilogies of the last 10, 15 years.
Oh, the Planet of the Apes trilogy was fantastic. I loved it.
Really
absolutely loved it.
Hooked on it, you know.
Yeah. Really well done, really well done. That
From
was.
a CGI perspective as well, considering how much is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean that was a set I actually did have. I had the 3 of them because there's Maurice.
Yeah, that's the one I've not got.
Caesar.
Yeah.
I did have all 3 of them, to be honest with you, and it was where I had a period where I was like, okay, I've got too many, and I had to move some on, and that's one of 2 sets that I really regret selling. I wish I'd kept them because it's just a small 3 pop set, and it was all 3 of them were really decent pops.
Yeah, Caesar with the shotgun.
Talking about your favorites, anything that you hate, any lines that you hate, any specific pop that you hate, anything you can't get on board with?
It's quite controversial. I know why they do it because it's Funko's an American brand, but I don't see the hype with ad icons.
Oh, nice.
So I like McDonald's, I like KFC, but I don't want a pop of it on my wall or in my bedroom. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does. And especially they brought out those new ones now where they're not classing them as ad icons, but like the spam can and they're awful.
It's not why I like Funko. Yeah.
No, I never got on board with Jeffrey from Toys R Us. It's like I didn't mind going to Toys R Us. I don't need a pop from. You know what I mean? It's like I remember when they were clearing it out, the local Toys R Us near us. We went and there was a big basket full of Jeffreys, cuddly Jeffreys, and like no one was touching them for £1 each. And it's like now it's like the most sought after thing ever because it's Funko.
I'm going to touch on a line that I don't really like, which is strange because it's a topic that I do really enjoy. But see the sports Funkos, not for me at all. I saw a few people buying like Nadal for talking sake, and I get that if you're super into your tennis. But to me, it feels, I think I've spoken about this before, it feels like generic human with some sort of branding stuck on it.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, the football ones, I mean, obviously, I know we were going to touch on it with Tel about if there was a Harry Kane one, would you get it? But some of the football ones are just so bad. I mean, half the players have left the teams they're at anyway. It's
like I saw someone recently looking for talking sake. I think it was Lukaku from Man United, and I'm like, why would you want to buy that?
Yeah,
yeah.
Not going into talking about which teams are great and which teams are bad, but like he's not at that team anymore, and he wasn't even there that long. So it's not as in my head. It's not as though club legend I have to have that from history.
Yeah, you see a Legends line. I think a Legends line would be brilliant, like maybe Pele and Maradona.
Oh, I would buy that. I would, especially if you have like a classic shirt and stuff like that on it. Because again, it's that nostalgia vibe that you're kind of bringing back into play. But yeah, default, let's stick a Man City kit on, stick a random head on it. There we go. We're going to call that Aguero.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. On that note, as Lee's pointed out, if there was a Harry Kane one, if there was Spurs Pops, would you go for them?
I probably would, just because I collect Funko, but I feel like it will be more likely they will do it as like England, so Kane in the England shirt.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite Star Wars film, Tel?
Tough question.
Shouldn't give you that one to prep.
Yeah, it always depends what mood you're in, really. I think.
Yeah.
I always get like, it always hits me here, Revenge of the Sith, every time I watch it. I couldn't just watch it like 3 p.m. in the middle of the day. I'd have to watch it like 9 p.m. at night, you know. But I might go Revenge of the Sith just because it always hits me, you know.
Oh wow, it's funny. Most people that you speak to, kind of similar to probably what Lee was talking about with that kind of classic collecting, always kind of gravitate, don't they, to one of the earlier. Like for me, it's Empire Strikes Back, and it's purely just nostalgia from my brother.
Yeah,
like my brother was the one that introduced me to it, and I don't know if either of you guys have siblings, but my brother's older than me, and I was at that age anyway where I kind of idolized my brother, and all of a sudden I'm getting to watch this really cool film with him, and that kind of stuck with me.
My brother hates Star Wars. I've got an elder brother. He hates Star Wars. He's got no interest in it whatsoever.
Have you removed him from the family?
I don't talk to him. No, of course I talk to him. I don't know how I got. It was really weird because I just got took to see Return of the Jedi by my dad, and that just got me hooked into it massively. I used to have. I mean, I know a lot of people in my generation. The figures. I had loads of original Star Wars figures, like loads. I had probably 100 odd, and I have no idea what happened to it. And there still might be a chance of them in mum and dad's loft. I doubt it, but
recently I sent Lee. I was in Tesco's, and Tesco's have started stocking the Black Series ones. I can't remember what I sent you, but I sent you like 4 photos anyway of the kind of retro Star Wars
Yeah,
boxes.
they've redone like the old Kenner toys, haven't they?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Going forward, yeah.
And straight away you came back and you're like, nope, not getting involved with this.
No, I wouldn't be able to just get one of them. I'd be terrible. I know.
Oh yeah, like I actually had like 4 of them in my basket, and
Yeah.
it was only about 10 minutes later when kind of reality set in. I was like, I don't need this. That could be 4 pops that I could be buying instead. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing what you got coming up on the channel.
Yeah, can't wait. It's been good. It's been good fun. I could chat to you two forever, honestly.
This is what happened with Scarlett. We were like, let's do it in half an hour, and now what time is it?
I don't know what you're up to.
That's what happens. And I was like, this as I promised Lee at the start, this one will be fast. We'll get in, we'll do the questions, we'll have a quick blether, and we'll leave. And here we go. What's that? Like an hour and a bit later.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon.
See you a bit, guys.
Another great episode. Thank you so much to Tel for coming along. I'll be sticking links in the description below to his Instagram and his YouTube. I know that he's looking for other people to take part in his game show that he's running just now. Think you enjoyed it too, Lee?
Yeah, it was a great episode. Yeah, I mean, similar mind to me. Tel likes his football, likes his office, likes his Star Wars.
Wars. Come on, get the Star Wars.
Yeah. No, it's I'm probably old enough to be his dad, but
hey, we didn't ask him. We should have said to him, "How old are you, Tel?"
I don't want to know. It makes me feel old. Yeah, honestly, you make me feel old. So imagine, I Tel, when he was talking about The Walking Dead in uni, he's definitely a lot younger than me. A lot. I think I was near enough old enough to be Scarlett's dad. So we'll try and get some older folk on.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get you an OAP to talk to next time.
Yeah, but on a serious note, no, it was lovely speaking to Tel. Really nice guy. I'm going to throw some support behind his new little show that he's doing, and at some point, fingers crossed, if we can get timings up, I'm going to make an appearance as well and do that for him.
You heard it here first, guys. Lee's committing to being on Tel's show.
I will do it. I'm happy. I think what did we say? We called it Scarlett, the COVID of YouTube, but I'm happy to. If people want to collab with me, I'm happy to do it. It's good fun. It's all about the community. So this is great, and we've had some real interest as well in the next few episodes. So although we said last time, get in contact. Just for the moment, let us get everyone tied down. We've got a lot of people wanting to partake in an episode. Yeah, so apologies for anyone that has messaged asking to come on the show. We've kind of got a guest list as such. That we have got names, so
we will come back to you. It's not that I'm not ignoring you, but we'll try and get some more tied down, and then we'll let you know.
100%. But until the next one, brilliant.
Until next time, we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Cheers, guys. Bye now.